going on, everybody? Project Rod here, and it is time for qualifying here in Glendale for the Stadium Series. Last week, we were at the fourth stop of the Arena Series in Wichita, and unfortunately, Captain's Curse was not able to go back-to-back in fastest qualifying. That ended up going to Gravedigger and April Summers, who took that top spot. Then, she came and ended the winning streak that El Toro Loco had in high jump. Captain's Curse came out on top in racing, getting his fourth racing win of the season, increasing his lead to 9-0. He's undefeated. Gravedigger and April Summers taking the skills win once again after winning it last time in Greensboro. And then she came and took the freestyle win for the second time of the season. Of course, she was the overall event champion, absolutely destroying the competition in Wichita. Almost a perfect event, which gave her the third place spot, and now she's 9 points away from tying El Toro Loco, who's in first. Captain's Curse in second with 82, and really, these are the top three to look at in the next event in Wilkes-Barre, the final event of the Arena Series. This is the leaderboards of the Stadium Series currently after the midway point last time in San Diego. Dragon on top with 131, Dalmatian creeping up in second, Bakugan Dragonoid in third, and Northern Nightmare in fourth after starting that event in last place. So let's go ahead and get started with qualifying here in Glendale. Don't forget to leave a comment down below on who you think will be the fastest qualifier. Max Dean, Ethan Waters is going to be starting us off today, hoping for a better outcome this time around. He wasn't too bad in San Diego, did pretty well in terms of qualifying, but in racing, unfortunately, was knocked out and was unable to, what's the word I'm looking for, to defend his racing title. He is the reigning World Finals 2 Racing and Skills Champion, but unfortunately doesn't have a win in either category, in either competition to show for, finishing off his first run with a 23.15. So, getting on the board already, he is your current leader with that time. Getting lined up for the second run now. And Glendale, if I'm not mistaken, going back to season 1, Glendale was the, the second stop of season 1? I'm going to have to look back, but I believe it was the second stop of season 1. Max D with a nice, easy, close turn there, making sure he does not get any kind of penalty. Yes, last time in season 1, we had Glendale as the second stop of the season, and Max D and Ethan Waters was the second fastest qualifier with a 22.87, and right there, 21.92 is the fastest time so far. So we've broken the 22-second mark. Now again, just like San Diego, you can see how these trucks are progressing in speed and skill, and these drivers as well, because Max D, or Ethan Waters has been driving Max D since season 1. Alex Stevens in Northern Nightmare has been driving Northern Nightmare since season 1, and he was the fastest qualifier then with a 22.75, and just like that, Max D has a 21.92. So it just shows you the evolution of all these trucks, and I'm sure we're going to get a faster time than that, maybe, possibly. Who knows? No, Brian the Dog Webb and Soldier Fortune finishing his first run. I got distracted in a different conversation there. 22.39 is his first time. So not enough to take the lead, but he has one more opportunity in the lane that Max D was able to get his fast time. So who knows? Maybe we'll see something around here this time around. Unfortunately, Brian the Dog Webb was not in season 1, so I don't have any stats for him to compare to, but nonetheless, he's a World Finals champion too, and it looks like he may have gotten a penalty. I don't know. That was, the officials haven't said anything yet. We're going to have to wait and see what the final time is, but that did look like it might be a penalty. Not too sure. Finishing his second run, and he is going to get penalized, 26.09 for Soldier Fortune and Brian the Dog Webb. So, Max D stays on top. Here comes Earthshaker and Angel Garcia, fresh off a high jump win in San Diego, hoping for a different kind of competition win here in Glendale. So hopefully he can get on top. He's been struggling with racing a little bit. It's not really his strong suit. Not sure if it's just the way that truck is set up or what. Maybe it's just not as quick. I don't know. Maybe just aerodynamics or something. Something's up, because he's just, I don't know. He's a fast guy. It's just something about these other trucks are just a little bit faster. But 22.14, which actually, that's really good. So a great time for Earthshaker and Angel Garcia. Pretty close to Max D's time. Don't forget to check out the Rodcast, the Monster Truck Fanatic podcast, now on Spotify and YouTube. Angel Garcia lining up for his second run now. Again, 21.92 is the time to beat, so we'll see what happens here. Making sure he doesn't go over the, I don't even know what to call that. It's not a berm, and it's not really lifted in any way. It's just the paint, so just the paint markings there. Hoping to not go over them and face a penalty. That was really close, cutting the turn really close. 22.47 for Earthshaker. We'll go with his first time of a 22.14, so he's currently second fastest in qualifying. Here comes Blue Thunder and Action Phil, hoping to do the same thing, to do a little better in terms of racing and everything. This is the fourth stop, so this is really the time that he needs to step it up and start winning. Start winning, start getting a little higher in the leaderboards. Hopefully that can happen here. And thinking back as well to Season 1, I forget who won racing in Season 1 here in Glendale. It was either Blue Thunder or Monster Dalmatian, but I'm thinking it was Blue Thunder back when MT World Media was behind the wheel. 22.32 for Blue Thunder, and he's trying to save it. He's flipping all over the place, and he's on his side. Let's go ahead and take a look at a replay. Right here, he was trying to save it on two wheels, hit the ramp. That leads up to the backflip container. Sent him around and on his side. So getting him back on all fours, he should be good to go and good to continue. Looks like just some cosmetic damage. Nothing too crazy. Here goes the second run now. As I try to see who won racing in Season 1, I believe it was Blue Thunder. So looking back, no, it was actually Monster Dalmatian. Got her racing win here in Glendale, the first one of the season, and now he's clipping the jump there. He's flipping again, and that's going to be it. He's going to get a DNF. So very unfortunate for Blue Thunder, as he's, like I said, he clipped that jump there, and it sent him sideways and then flipping over. So very unfortunate. We're going to have to go with his first time. Not sure exactly where that puts him at the moment, but I can definitely verify. Here comes Crush Station and J-Pace Racing, seeing what he can do. So far, we have seen some craziness, so hopefully it doesn't continue as we progress. So, but looking back at Glendale in Season 1, like I said, Monster Dalmatian was the winner. April Summers got her first win here. Crush Station flipping over now. He's able to stay on all fours, though, and he's going to continue the run, seeing if he can continue cleanly, although I'm sure it's going to affect his time pretty negatively. Finishing the first run now, 26.52 for Crush Station. So again, that's a tough one. Let's go ahead and take a look at a replay. Right here, he just turned a little too quick, a little too sharp, and it sent him barreling over. Luckily landed on all fours, but the damage was done at that point, and it affected his run more than he was hoping. So here we go, going for the second run now. But here's what I'm noticing, though. And in San Diego, Monster Dalmatian was the slowest qualifier. At Season 1 was the slowest qualifier and was the racing winner. This time around in San Diego, Monster was the fastest qualifier and won racing again. Monster, oh no, Crush Station overturned, and he's going to get a penalty for that. 26.87 for Crush Station. Very unfortunate for him, and we're just going to have to go with his first time, I'm sure, which is putting him really low. I think in last place right now, so not looking good for Crush Station. Very unfortunately, here comes Megalodon and Brandon Thunder. Was your fastest qualifier back in Detroit, and unfortunately got knocked out by Crush Station in racing in round 2. So we'll see if he can finally get that racing win this time around. But going back to what I was saying, Season 1 between San Diego and now, 22.04. Oh, that's a really good time. 22.04 for Megalodon. Not enough to take the lead. Woo! Thought he was going to crash into that wall, but not enough to take the lead, but a lot closer to Max D, so we're getting there. We're inching closer, so who knows? We could see a new leader after this. We're going to have to wait and see. But Glendale Season 1, San Diego Season 1. Monster Dalmatian was the racing winner, and we're back in Glendale. The exact same track as Season 1. Can Monster and Omboji take another racing win and do April Summers proud? Which now begs the question. World Finals is in Oakland this year. Blue Thunder took racing in Oakland in Season 1. So I don't know, maybe some foreshadowing. 23.39 for Megalodon and Brandon Thunder for his second time. So here are the current leaderboards as we hit the halfway point. Max D on top, then Megalodon, Earthshaker, Blue Thunder, Soldier Fortune, and then Crush Station in last place. But 6 more trucks to go. This could all change. We're just going to have to wait and see. Be sure to use code Project Rod to receive 10% off of your W Energy order. Be better with W Energy as Bakugan Dragonoid and Daniel Murray come out now. He was the fastest qualifier and the racing winner back in Arlington in the first stop of the Stadium Series, and hasn't really had the same magic since. He done pretty well in racing, but he hasn't been able to relive that exact same oh no, and now he's flipping over as well, almost the same way as Crush Station, but able to get back on all fours. But I'm sure, like I said, with Crush Station, the damage is done, and it's going to affect his time. Let's go ahead and see. 24.50 for Bakugan, so that's just not going to cut it right now. He clipped the jump, so not exactly like Crush Station. Crush Station was just a little too sharp, a little too fast. Bakugan did clip the jump and sent him twirling over back on all fours. So one more attempt to go. Hopefully it is a different outcome. But Bakugan again has one racing win on the season, one freestyle win on the season, and other than that, he's just been kind of up there. And currently in 3rd place, if I'm not mistaken, I said earlier. Or was it Dalmatian? No, he's in 3rd place. But I don't know, he had the lead for so long, and hopefully he can come back a little bit and slowly take that back away from Dragon. 22.80 is his 2nd time. That's the time we're going to go with for Bakugan and Daniel Murray. Here comes Dragon, and Flames plays your racing winner from Detroit in the 2nd stop of this season. And I believe it was the semifinal round. Was it? Or maybe was it? It was round 2. I believe he lost racing in San Diego last time around. So unfortunately wasn't able to go back to back. But maybe it's a different time here. Maybe it's a different fate for him here in Glendale, and he can get that racing win and a little bit higher in the qualifying bracket. Finishing his first time, 22.52, and a beautiful save by Dragon. What a way to save it, and I've noticed that is like his signature move when it comes to saving the truck and racing, because he did the exact same thing in San Diego. So that's just, he just knows how to save that truck. Very impressive by Dragon. Here we go, the start of the 2nd attempt of qualifying. Seeing what comes of it, getting a nice close turn on the first turn there, and I feel like that's really the difference maker here, is how close you can make those turns, how sharp they can be without getting any kind of penalty or clipping it to where it's going to send you flipping over just like that. Another close turn, but what's the time going to be? 22.07 for Dragon. So a great 2nd time should put him in about 3rd place at the moment. Here comes Alien Invasion and Cecily 96. And unfortunately, she hasn't really had the same luck that she had in the first season when it comes to racing. I mean, she was the runner-up in World Finals 1. She lost to Northern Nightmare in racing, and just like that, I believe she just got a penalty. We're going to have to wait and see until she finishes her run. Oh, but it might not matter as she's clipping the jump now, flipping over, and now she's stuck in the throttle, going for a wheelie. There's a DNF for the first run. Now she has a little nose wheelie going on there. So I don't know, maybe she got stuck in the throttle or just decided to show skills, her skills ability early. Flipping over and then a wheelie across the pod there, getting a nose wheelie on top before landing on all fours. So she's getting ready, or she is ready for the 2nd attempt. So hopefully she can get a good time here, since the first one was a DNF. But back to Season 1 and World Finals 1. She was the runner-up. She lost to Northern Nightmare in the championship race, and that was an incredible season for her. Season 2 was pretty average as she clips the jump again. Luckily it's not as fast, but Season 2 was kind of average, and Season 3 just is not looking good for her right now. So hopefully she can turn things around here. 22.84 for Alien Invasion, and she's saving the truck again, flipping it over. Nice save by Cecily 96 and Alien Invasion, and she does have a freestyle win. She did win freestyle in Arlington this season, so she's capable. There's just a lot of elite drivers this season. It's competition is tough. Here comes Gas Monkey Garage and Ryan Hayward starting his first attempt now. Again, Gas Monkey, speaking of runner-ups of World Finals, he was the runner-up in World Finals 2. Lost it to Max D in the championship round. And same thing. I mean, he was an incredible racer then. And just, you know, this season has been it's a little back and forth. Did pretty well last time in San Diego. 22.09 for Gas Monkey Garage as he's somersaulting forward, landing hard on the rear end, which sent him propelling forward and back on all fours. So looks like mainly cosmetic damage he should be able to come back from it. If you like what you see, be sure to hit that like button for more Monster Jam content. And Gas Monkey again had a great racing outing last time around in San Diego. Unfortunately, didn't make it further than he would have hoped and did not come out with the win that ended up going to Monster Mutt Dalmatian. So hopefully this time around in Glendale, things switch up. He was driving Monster Mutt last time he was here, so I don't know, different truck. Maybe it'll give him a different opportunity, different times, different luck, if you will. 22.39 for Gas Monkey. We're gonna go with the first time as he stuck in a little bicycle, launching himself over to the race start there. Here comes Northern Nightmare and Alex Stevens, 27, seeing what he can do. Last time around, again, like I said, he was the fastest qualifier here in Glendale in Season 1. So can he have that magic again here in Glendale and be the fastest qualifier? Again, the time to beat is a 21.92 by Max D at the moment, and unfortunately, the closest we've gotten is a 22.04. So it's tough, and facing a penalty right at the last second. Northern Nightmare, very unfortunate. 25.84 would have been a 22.84, so still wouldn't have been enough, but no one wants to get a penalty regardless, so very unfortunate as he has one more attempt to go. But he's actually woken up. He was in last place at the start of San Diego for the first time ever. He was in last place, and San Diego was really his place, and he came out with the freestyle win, almost a near perfect score with a 44, one of the best freestyle runs we've ever seen ever in all of the seasons. And he's back in fourth place now, just like that. He's launched himself back up, so maybe now with coming to Glendale, with going to Anaheim next time around, it'll really help him and bring him back to his roots, and maybe he can wake up a bit and go 3 for 3. 22.15 is his second time, excuse me. So, not enough to take the lead. One more truck to go, and that's Monster Mutt Dalmatian and Omboji. Let's see what he can do. Hoping for the best right now. I'm sure he was the fastest qualifier in San Diego and then came and took the racing win. So maybe he can have the same outcome here. If you like what you see, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more Monster Jam content. Looking pretty good so far. I thought he was going to clip that jump and go over, but luckily he was just sharp enough and quick. And here we go. Let's see what his first time's going to be. And a 21.47 for Monster Mutt Dalmatian, so he is your fastest qualifier, going for a backflip off the side of the container. He was coming in too hot and got a backflip off of it, so I'm not sure how intentional that was, but still incredible nonetheless. A great way to celebrate taking fastest qualifier at the very last second. So Monster Mutt Dalmatian will be getting a bye run along with Dragon, Megalodon, and Max D into round 2 when we get to racing. So huge congratulations to them for getting that. That goes a long way, and it does help a lot when it comes to racing. Here is the overall event champion leaderboards for today. It's going to follow the exact same pattern that the qualifying leaderboards do. So let's go ahead and take a look at the overall, and Dragon still on top with 140. Dalmatian 5 points away from tying with Dragon and Bakugan. Dragonoid in third, 19 points away. Max D moving up to fifth from moving up to fourth from being in fifth. So Northern Nightmare going down a little bit, but next competition is high jump. All this can change. Huge shout out to all my patrons: April Summers, Detold, Julian Peacock. Thank you guys so much, and thank you to everybody watching and supporting. It means a lot, and we'll see you all in high jump.